Welcome into the Huntsman Center for the girls 6A quarterfinal. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Coach Brian Alfrey of the Copper Hills Boys program. Coach, welcome in. Good to have you.
Yeah, I'm happy, excited to be here.
This is going to be an interesting one. You talk about two teams out of Region 2, a lot of familiarity between these two. Region Championship came down to these two on the final night of the regular season. Copper Hills got a 42-40 win. Preseason number one team, they come in ranked number one. There's a lot of, I don't know if pressure is the right word, there's expectations from this Copper Hills group.
Yeah, there's definitely expectations. You know, and they've been really good all year, but Mountain Ridge gave them a scare. We were at that game, and Mountain Ridge played really well then.
It should be a really great matchup. It's a 1-8. It's not a 1-8, right? This is a rivalry. These are two schools very close together. We'll talk about Mountain Ridge to come into this because this is a group that they've got a lot of talent on the floor. Jessica Maynard, Jada Jangard, Kaya Newton. There's a lot of talent here for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. How do you try to attack with this group, this Copper Hills defense?
I think they need to try to run on them if they can. Get them in transition. I think Copper Hills may struggle in transition defense a little bit. So I would be looking to run when that game was very low scoring in the last game. I think if I'm Mountain Ridge, I want it to be higher scoring to try to get a win.
This Copper Hills team, they've got a lot of talent in their own right, and they returned great talent from last year, experienced play, and one of the top scorers in all of 6A in Skylee Barker. She's had a phenomenal year, averaging over 20 per game. She's scored 30 plus multiple times. You mix in the outside shot of Ayla Marston. You've got Aspen Frazier and others. There's a lot of balance to this Grizzlies team.
There is a lot of balance, but Skylee is definitely the key, right?
Yeah.
She's the best player, and she needs to have a big game. Really important for her to play well.
So Copper Hills in the home white, Mountain Ridge in the road red. The Sentinels got swept by Copper Hills this season, trying to change their fortunes here tonight. Of course, the Mountain Ridge band in the house. Always awesome to have a band going. Coach, I'm not going to lie. I really miss not having more bands in gyms.
Yeah, having the band just sets the atmosphere.
It does.
It does. A high school basketball game.
Awesome to have them here tonight. They're going to be loud. This should be a good one. The winner of this will advance to the semifinal, take on the winner of our final game of the night, being in Fremont, that game at 9 o'clock. Set to go. And the opening tip on the floor, it's Copper Hills basketball. Here's Fusi Ledger, works to Marston. Now Frazier from the corner. Little zone here for the Sentinels to start this game off. Marston trying to feed Barker. That was disrupted.
She didn't have the best angle to make that pass.
No, there's a lot of hands that had to work its way through to get to its target. The drive by Newton sent out through the hands of Keel, and it's back to Copper Hills.
Mountain Ridge had a lot of success with that zone in their last matchup, so I expected them, and I think we'll see quite a bit of zone.
And, I mean, Coach, you face a zone, you expect teams to take advantage, try to hit that outside shot?
Yeah, but I think that may be the Achilles heel of this Copper Hills team.
Interesting.
I think they're good three-point shooters. I'm not sure they're great three-point shooters.
Well, and coming to the building here, we talk about it all the time. I think it's real. You're a coach. You've coached a lot of teams. Harder to shoot in the Huntsman Center?
Yes, especially the first game when you're not used to it. Background's different. Depth perception is different. I do think it's definitely harder to shoot here.
Of course, a lot of the gyms, and Mountain Ridge is one of them, they are building more kind of open space behind, right? Mountain Ridge has a very tall, very big feel to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's one of the newer, nicer gyms.
So it'll be interesting to see if maybe the Sentinels feel comfortable in an arena like this. Barker with a big block early, and that was across the baseline. It's back to Copper Hills.
That blocked in a boys' game today would have been a foul.
Careful, we got officials right behind us.
That was not a foul, what we just saw.
Another one. They're really trying to feed that paint, and another steal here by Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, I think Copper Hills needs to calm down a little bit and just take what they're going to give them. Right? The defense can't take away everything. You got to calm down and kind of take what they're going to give you.
You talked about that most recent matchup. It was a 2-point ball game. The first one was not that close. 56-39. Copper Hills cruised to the win. Handoff here back to Montgomery. Maybe a wet spot on the floor there. Montgomery off the glass. No. Here comes Skyly. This is where she's her best. Ends over. Frazier baseline jumper is good.
Good play.
I feel like Barker running the floor creates so many opportunities. Got to be ready if you're on the floor with Skyly Barker, and Frazier was there for the opening two.
Yeah, because she's a great player, but she's a very willing passer, right?
Yeah.
So she's very good at that.
She really does everything well when speaking of Skyly Barker. Off the glass, that one rimmed out for Jangard. Here's Ledger. Sends to Frazier. She'll try the three. Aspen Frazier feeling good early.
I'm glad she hit that because they missed a layup on the baseline.
Some early confidence here for Copper Hills. This is Maynard going up. Won't go. Copper Hills on the run again. Skipped over for Ledger. That three just wouldn't go. Maynard works up here to Jangard. Jada looking for Montgomery. Copper Hills had it. We'll get a tie up. The arrow will keep it here. Montgomery retains position. Good opening quarter defensively for Copper Hills, making life difficult on this Mountain Ridge offense.
Yeah, every shot Mountain Ridge has taken has been contested pretty well.
Really can't think of a time when Copper Hills gotten out of position. Even that hard closeout gets the block. Here's Barker back up top.
They need somebody to slip into that high post spot, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of room inside. That three was off the mark, but an offensive board and then a foul up top here. But yeah, once you get that defense moving, you bring someone down the middle, you can get an easy look.
You get an easy look, and also those threes are easier to hit when they're a kick-out three, right? Because that's how you practice. If somebody's throwing it out to you, side-to-side threes are harder to hit.
Barker on the drive. That was blocked by Maynard. Hand it over to Keel. Now, this is Newton working back inside. Little turnaround. Boy, that rim has a lid on it here for Mountain Ridge. That's off of the foot of Copper Hills.
Yeah, she had a really good look there. Kind of backed in and got to the spot she wanted to, just couldn't get it to fall.
Jada, quick step there, and there's the first bucket tonight for Mountain Ridge. Here's Frazier, opposite side, that won't go. Mountain Ridge gets clear. Little pull-up jumper here, that rimmed out. Maynard scrapping for the board, but it will head back to Copper Hills. And a quick timeout here going to be taken by the Grizz. 30-second timeout. We'll take a moment here just to thank our sponsors. Of course, we can't do this without those who support us. Want to remind you, Tab Bank is home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with a 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. But great rewards are just the beginning. Convenient online and mobile banking with no hidden or complex qualification requirements, no opening balance, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees. It's a big deal. Of course, Tab Bank member FDIC. I want to thank Tab Bank for their sponsorships of our playoff coverage here from the Huntsman Center. Copper Hills basketball. Just over 2.5 to go here, opening quarter.
That's the Mountain Ridge Band.
There's Frazier. Oh, Aspen with a little reverse.
Yeah, great finish. Again, they attack the high post, go high low, and get an easy layup. That should be there all night if they stay in that zone.
Yeah, working the levels of that zone, right? Force it to come up. Inside Keel here, off the glass and good.
That was probably Copper Hill's first defensive mistake to really let her have an open shot.
Been well positioned all night. There you go from the junction. They'll send back to Marston. Ledger. Beautiful play there. The ball movement of Copper Hill has been crisp here early, Coach.
Yeah, it's been very good, which is what you have to do to beat that zone. I'm sure Coach Timpson has been working on zone for the last few days.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. When you play a region foe, you have a lot of tape on them and a lot of experience against them, right?
Also helps save a little time on your scouting report. You've already done 2 of them.
Unless you have that, those magical plays you've been holding for the 3rd matchup, right?
Sometimes you got to put in something new, but yeah.
Maynard, quick step there. Draws the call here on Barker. It's a nice move.
That was a really nice move. It looked like it was a bad switch defensively and let her get a step.
Oh, they actually called on Ledger? Huh. Kind of a crazy stat here when you look at this 9-4 start. Aspen Frazier has 7 of Copper Hill's 9 points. As Maynard splits the trip there. There's a 3 on the way. That one good for Taylor Johnson.
If I'm Mountain Ridge, I'm happy that she's got those points, though, right? Because I don't think Ayla Marston has a shot attempt yet.
Correct.
Skyley's only got a couple. They're trying to dictate who's going to get shots.
Abby Bush on the other end is fouled. Well, and you figure, look, if we can take away their top 2 scorers, this game's going to be in a range that we can score with them, right?
Right. You can't take everything away, but if you can take their main production away, it gives you a chance to win.
So Abby Bush here at the line makes her first. One more for the sophomore. If you're Copper Hills, you got to feel pretty satisfied. You scored 14 in this opening quarter, and the top 2 scorers haven't netted 1.
Right, yeah.
9-point lead here for the top-seeded Grizzlies. Ten on the shot clock. Maynard handing over to Simon. Here's Blair. Little wraparound, gets the roll. Barker tripped up. Here's Bush on the drive. Step through, sends out. Marston for three, and she hits it. Ayla Marston, her first bucket of the first quarter, gives a 10-point lead to Copper Hills, 17-7. Grizzlies leading after one.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back, 17-7. Boy, Coach, we talk about how good of a job Mountain Ridge had done holding down Marston and Barker, but you get a three like that from Marston close out of quarter. How big is that for your team as you head back to the huddle?
It's a ton of momentum, right? That's a momentum play. She's really excited when she hits it. She's behind the college line when she hits it. Probably a frustrating quarter where she hasn't scored it, and then she is feeling pretty good after that.
10-point lead and a traveling violation there. Copper Hill's giving it back.
So much of this game is just momentum and confidence.
And if you're Mountain Ridge right now, feels like that confidence hasn't really had a chance to build up for them. What kind of a look are you trying to get here for the Sentinels to get some of that confidence going?
Yeah, I mean, they've had success at the rim. I think they've got to get to the rim again.
Maynard will hand off here. Jangard. Little step around. No, she traveled. Can you see even that reaction, just frustration?
Look, I think they've played a pretty good quarter, and they're down 10.
Yeah.
They're probably doing exactly what their game plan is, and it just hasn't worked out for them so far.
Ella Career going to come on here for Coach Timpson. That's the other thing about Copper Hills. They've got the headliners, but, man, they've got 6 or 7 girls that can contribute in meaningful ways. They may not go and drop 15, but, man, they do a lot of good things on the floor as Barker fouled here and Skyley going to where she feels comfortable, and that's the free throw line.
Right. Well, I think the girls at Copper Hills, they all play their role, right? They don't try to do too much. They all do, they do what their team needs them to do.
Such a rare thing to find, and usually when you have that on a team, it's going to lead to a lot of success. As Barker making the first. Barker, and I should check because I've got it up. I know earlier in the year she was over 90% from the line. Yeah, right at 90. 88, sorry.
It's another steal.
Jangard whistled for the foul here. Tell you what, Abby Bush, she's looked to be very active offensively, initiate a lot of plays right to the rim.
Yeah, I think she's one of the more athletic girls that they have. She's been a big spark for them recently.
She can handle it too. Oh, how about that, Marston?
Well, in their last matchup, she hit a couple of threes in the third and fourth quarter that really got Copper Hills going.
Abby did?
Yeah. Mountain Ridge has gone man now.
You like that change?
I think you have to. I don't know if I like it because I think zone's still the way to go against them, but it wasn't working.
Yeah. Good patience on that possession. Shot clock was ticking down, and they find Creer wide open at the rim. I was talking with Coach DeRay of American Fork earlier today, and she said, Copper Hills, she's like, that was the best team we played all year, was in that playoff game. And She said they are locked and loaded, and they've looked that way here in this first quarter and a half. Here's Barker. Tell you what, the Mountain Ridge students showed up tonight. Nice little student section for the Sentinels. Newton called for her first personal, second team foul on Mountain Ridge. And we'll have a timeout taken here. 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick. No, we're going to stay here. Coach, here you go. We'll give people just a little glimpse into life, an alternate life. A lot of people think broadcasting would be a lot of fun. You've joined us for several games now. What do you think of broadcasting? Like, what is the one thing that you're like, yeah, you may enjoy it, but what's the thing that's maybe surprising to you?
You know, I don't know. I love it. I mean, we broadcast the game. I don't have to worry about whether we won or lost.
That's the best part.
It doesn't matter. I just go home and I had a lot of fun.
With a smile on your face?
With a smile on my face, which is not, that doesn't always happen after a game.
It is something quite enjoyable. We love having coaches on just to learn from their perspective, get a little insight into the game and kind of how you work with players and schematics and all that, and even time and situation. This one 21-7. It was very slanted here early. How do you try to keep a team's confidence up when you've got a 14-point deficit? Oh boy!
Just like this.
Look at this.
You're gonna have to apply some pressure.
Going the wrong way.
Coach Simpson has to take a timeout there. That was going to be a 10-second violation.
Yeah, I mean, that was shot out of a cannon. That was unexpected.
Well, as you were talking about, what do you do? I was about to say we got to have pressure, and then that's exactly what they did. They did a really good job of putting pressure. You got to try to manufacture some offense right now and change the tempo. Copper Hills has really controlled how this game has been played on both ends so far. So if you're Mountain Ridge, you got to try to adjust that and start playing more at a pace and style that you want to play.
Well, I love that they came with pressure there. You could tell it caught Ledger a bit by surprise. And
it caught the other four girls by surprise, too, because nobody ran back to help her.
Right.
She's all alone, which is why she keeps retreating.
A little more measured defensive approach here by Mountain Ridge. We'll give to Marston. Boy, they're continuing to really try to take Barker away. Is that one loose? Ledger comes up with it. Kai Newton sticking on Skylee Barker. Ledger able to maintain the possession. No, she stepped out. Mountain Ridge basketball.
That was a little bit of a panic pass from Ayla Marston. I think she could have just blown by her defender and gotten into the paint. If they're going to keep denying Skylee, then Copper Hills is going to have to be able to make plays to get into the paint and bring help and then make easy plays after that.
Here's Stoll. Ridge has not scored yet in this second quarter. Jangard trying to dribble down here, works over to Newton. And that denied by Barker. The Rams 6 on the shot clock. It'll stay here.
That's a big time block with her left hand.
Copper Hill's been very strong defensively in this first half. We talk about haven't been a lot of breakdowns, not a lot of missed assignments.
No, they've done a really good job of staying in front of their offensive assignment.
Jangard got to get one up, is fouled, and Jada here will head to the free throw line.
Mountain Ridge needs more of that, right? Every time they've scored, it's been in the paint, whether they've backed somebody down or they need to find a way to get into the paint and score more.
Jangard here to the line, shooting two. One more here for Jada. Good box out on the board there to Johnson. Talk about youth. This is a young Mountain Ridge roster. I think just one senior on it. They got a lot of juniors and sophomores. Marston shook the defender over to Ledger, and Ledger is fouled. That shot will not count. Boy, you see the intention of Copper Hills. I mean, that's a bullet pass over to a wide open Ledger.
Yeah, it was really good ball movement that entire possession.
Fourth team foul on Mountain Ridge at the midway point here in this second quarter. Marston. Boy, good pressure there by Madsen, really keeping that outside. Here's Barker. She'll try to drive. Oh, good hands by Newton. Tied it up.
Really good defensive play.
Couple good defensive stops here by Mountain Ridge. Just got to capitalize on the offensive end.
Yeah. I mean, they've played over 4 minutes. They've got 1 point in the quarter.
Here's Newton. Miscommunication. Threw it away.
Copper Hills is doing a really good job of keeping them out of the paint. When they get to the paint, they score, but Copper Hills is just really determined to keep them out. Good perimeter defense, not letting them turn the corner to get in there.
Well, I feel like Copper Hills, too, some of that has just been like the physicality of just denying, like, no, you're not going to get that space.
Yeah, it's just determination to kind of stay in front of people and say, no, we're not going to let you go by us.
Ledger maintaining that here for the Grizzlies. And traveling violation. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just been 5 points scored in this quarter in total. Good step there, but denied. The block by Johnson. Oh, Bush tried to thread the needle. That's a tough lane to fit that into. Now Mountain Ridge the other way. Straightaway three from Newton won't go. And Abby with the rebound.
Bush probably should have bounced that one
to
get it there. But it's unfortunate because Mountain Ridge got probably the cleanest look they've had at the basket for a while. And Copper Hills was able to block it. From behind.
Yep. Well, and even, Newton then has that open look, their top scorer, and just missed it. Ball on the floor here. And wisely throws it off the knee there of Johnson.
Aspen Frazier had a layup down there and tried to pass it. The closest defender was Ayla Marston, who was running away. But they were both wide open. They both had layups. And
here's a three. That one goes. McKinley stole, and Mountain Ridge will be exhaling just a little bit. Finally able to see one of those threes go down. It's a 10-point difference. The three from Barker, no. Rebounded by Lombardi. Newton all the way to the rim, just couldn't get it to go, but it's fouled. She'll head to the line.
Nice little in and out dribble to get ahead of the defender. Draw a foul right there.
I like that decision to push it. Had a little bit of momentum from that three and a stop, and see if you can't continue to build on it. Newton scoreless today, missed the front end there.
Well, it's a 10-point game. Mountain Ridge has missed 3 or 4 free throws already.
Missed them
another
both. Into the corner, Johnson. Send back out. Johnson will take this one. That three, no. Lombardi to the middle. Three on the way, it's long. Here comes Barker. Skiley on the drive, floats it and it won't go. Maynard baseline, oh, she stepped out. And that was the sophomore Abby, once again, just pushing her down low.
Yeah, just physical enough, right, where there's not a foul, but to kind of push her off her line and not let her get to the basket. Mountain Ridge has had a few opportunities here to kind of cut into this lead. You know, when you're behind, you just want to win the next quarter. So, you're down 10 at the end of the first, you want to win the next quarter, and so far they haven't been able to dig into that.
Sent out. Frazier thought about it. Bush will try the three. Oh, just rimmed out. Good look there for Abby, though.
Yeah, good ball movement. Good open corner three.
Clock ticking down. Oh, yeah, she did not get back in. 4 seconds left. Copper Hills basketball. Marston through the middle from half court, off the mark, and we've reached halftime. 21-11, Copper Hills maintaining a double-digit lead at the break.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back. Start of the second half. Dane Stewart, Coach Brian Alfrey with you. 21-11, Copper Hills leading Mountain Ridge. Coach, Copper Hills starting with the possession here. If you're Mountain Ridge, they've gotten looks, just haven't been able to score. How do you fix that? I don't know how you fix that. How do you fix that as a coach?
Yeah, I don't know if you can fix it. I mean, at some point, players have to make plays. I mean, the coach has done her job of getting them into the right positions. Interesting quarter because I don't think Copper Hill scored after about the 6-minute, 50-second mark. That layup from Fusi, I think, was the last point they had.
A little floater here from Barker. Just 4 for Skiley Barker. Her and Marston have combined now for 7. Well below their average, but had great support, and the defense has really led the way in not requiring them to have big nights here offensively.
Right. Yeah, their defense has been fantastic. Cutting people off, keeping them in front, making them shoot over the top.
First team down.
Let's send over to Barker. Skip pass for Johnson. And deflected by Newton. She's trying to maintain it, but the tie up here, the arrow will go to Mountain Ridge.
Fusi's got to be a little bit more of a threat. Every time they throw it to her, the perimeter, she doesn't even look at the rim. So now they're not having to guard her.
And she can't hit that shot.
She can hit that
shot, but she's more kind of old school point guard, like facilitate mindset, right?
Yeah, and I think she's at least got to look like she's going to shoot it and see if she can bring a defender at her so that it's easier to make a pass.
Barker the entire way, but that came off the rim. Man of the board, works up. Here's Newton. On the drive, Newton wanted a hand off to Maynard, couldn't connect.
Yeah, she should have shot that.
Yeah. Barker all the way is blocked by Keel. Here comes Jangard. A little patience, works over. First field goal for Kaylee Montgomery tonight. Back to that zone. Barker will try the three. No. Offensive board by Frazier. Baseline J. Frazier didn't miss that by much. It's over to Mountain Ridge.
That's a good shot. I think she can get that shot anytime she wants.
And she hit it in the first half.
Right. So Bush in for Fusi here. Probably just a little more offense.
And certainly provides a little more length. And with this lineup, Copper Hills is long at every position.
Yeah.
Newton sends to Jangard. Maynard, her look for three, won't go. Extra pass, finds Barker.
They got a good look. That was a good extra pass.
Yeah, and now Mountain Ridge has numbers. We're going to have a foul here. This is away from the basketball. Barker, a little shove in the back, trying to get to the ball handler. The interesting thing is, this is not a play on the basketball.
Yeah, I think they're discussing whether that's an intentional foul or not.
That's what I'm wondering, too.
They just called it intentional.
And some people just not helping us out. They got their laptops open, doing other things. They do call the intentional here. And look, you got a fast break opportunity. And, you know, I get Barker trying to go through, but not a play on the ball.
It's not a play on the ball. It's probably a good call. I mean, as a coach, I don't like it, but it's probably the right call.
I think it probably is. Boy. Been that kind of a day.
Now, I didn't see earlier in the play. It'd be interesting to see what happened earlier in the play.
So they can't take advantage at the line. But Mountain Ridge will have the possession. I mean, this could end up being a great play by Barker if Mountain Ridge can't get it, because they would have had an open layup.
Right, they had an open layup. Again, I'm curious if there was some sort of screen that happened before the push that led to it. But
and she stepped out. This is a Mountain Ridge team, 16-8 on the year, 7-3 in region play. We talked about that second matchup was a battle with Copper Hills. This has just been very customary of what their season has been. This is, I have to look back a long way. Maybe that Lehigh game, even then, had more success than they've had tonight, as that shot won't go. Johnson gets her own miss. Marston able to hit the jumper.
right now, Copper Hills just not able to capitalize when they get the ball into the middle.
Little drive by Jangard. There you go. Little and one opportunity here. Sponsored by Tab Bank.
Shoots one shot. In for the Sentinels, number 22, Sadie Hansen.
As the free throw won't go.
They missed another one.
Yeah. Several of them left at the line. They're probably nearing 7-8 misses from the line.
That's really the difference in the game right now.
Yeah. That deflected and ends up Nope, it does not. It'll be Mountain Ridge basketball. And if you're the Sentinels, you got to be pleased on the defensive effort, right? But
you've only given up 25 points.
Yeah.
You gave up 4 in the second quarter. You've only given up 4 in the first 4.5 minutes of this quarter. You got to be able to convert. Now, really, I think they're built to get to the rim. And I think when you get to state tournament time, you know, the fouls they let them play a little bit more. They don't call them as tight. Might make it harder to win.
Well, and I think the other thing is that the lineup on the floor for Copper Hills has had a lot of length all ball game long. So all those shots are contested. Skipped across, Barker.
It's a nice flare screen.
Oh, they want to go to the corner. I like the idea, but just to step away from Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson needed to cut to the rim. That was in a wide open layup. They wanted to step back for a 3, and sometimes you just got to go take the 2.
Lombardi back on the floor here for the Sentinels. Lombardi works his way to Newton. Jangard will try the 3. There you go. Jada Jangard with the triple for Mountain Ridge. Back to Barker, fouled.
That's a good play. They get something going to the rim, and they get a foul.
To the best free throw shooter and leading scorer.
Right. Short corner touch that they've been giving up the whole time, and then somebody cut that time, and we actually cut to the rim.
That is like Coach drew it up. Barker good on the first. Of course, her father, Jim Barker, an assistant coach, longtime head coach at Alta, and now assistant coach for Coach Timpson here. So you really have 2 head coaches for Copper Hills, or I should say 1 head coach, but 2 coaches who have been in the head coach seat. A lot of experience leading the way for that Copper Hills bench.
Yeah, Coach Barker does a great job, and I know Coach Timpson relies on him a lot.
Coach Barker, I always felt like his calling card was defense, 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 and you see that effect tonight. Is that one denied by Skyley?
That's her 3rd block of the game.
Wow. Now, a night where it's not been her best offensive night, only the 6. Finding other ways to contribute. Nice crossover. Newton kicks out. Lombardi for 3. Foul here in the backcourt called on Newton. Substitution here. Stoll will come on.
More pressure here from Mountain Ridge.
Grizz able to break it that time.
Yeah, I mean, they break it, but they don't break it with an opportunity to score.
Mountain Ridge not loving that call. Frazier, that baseline J. You said it, she can get that a look anytime she wants.
Another contested shot from Copper Hills. Too many
Here's a
extra
3.
passes.
That gave up good looks.
It felt like there was just one too many extra pass there. Like, yeah, they had a good look. I think Scarlett had a good look the first time. And
into Mountain Ridge, Number 2.
Newton checking back in here, as does Maynard. Foul given there. 14 foul here on Copper Hills.
3 of on Abby Bush in the quarter.
For the Grizzlies, number 22, Taylor Johnson.
It's a young rivalry, Mountain Ridge, Copper Hills, but I mean, you coach at Copper Hills. Does it feel like this is kind of one of the budding rivalries in the state? Or is it really more like Mountain Ridge, Harriman?
It's hard at Copper Hills. I think that everyone thinks that Bingham's their rival. West Jordan's a rival because it's the 2 schools that are in the city of West Jordan. But Mountain Ridge is really up and coming. I think it is going to be a rival as we move forward.
Ledger works to Frazier. Boy, her jumpers, huh?
Yeah. She showed up today, which is big for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, she's got 11, has led the way for Copper Hills. Oh, nice pass. And a loose ball foul here. We're going to walk down, take free throws. Again, you got a great play. Get a look going to the rim. Just can't get it to go down.
Yeah. And as a coach, that's so frustrating.
I
This is exactly what
can't
you
imagine.
want. But you can't go on the floor and make layups or shots for anyone.
Number 13, Ayla Marston shoots 2 shots.
So 2 here for Marston. Have 1 more.
Little zone pressure from Copper Hills.
Extra pass into the corner, sets Newton up. That 3 won't go. Frazier with the board. 10 seconds left here in the quarter. Marston for 3. Frazier for 3. Hits it at the horn. And it is a 17-point lead, all Copper Hills, as we head to the 4th quarter.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
How's your card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back. Let's have a look at that last 3 made by Aspen Frazier. Had 7 in the first quarter, and this one makes another 7 in the third. Is that clock ticking down? Frazier, the second 3 they've hit at the horn here today. Copper Hills cruising here as we start this 4th quarter, 35-18.
Yeah, they did a nice job extending their lead in that quarter. Winning the quarter by 7. The Mountain Ridge had a lot of good looks. They were only able to get 7 points in the quarter.
It kind of found its way through to Stoll. How about this? Mountain Ridge, just 2 players that have more than 2 points. Jangard has 7, and now Stoll with 5. Every other scorer with just 2, including Maynard and Newton, by my count, still scoreless in this one for the Sentinels.
Hard to win scoring 20 points in 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Especially against the number 1 team.
Yep. Talk about the fewest points Mountain Ridge has scored this year. Coming into tonight is 39. Bad time to have kind of offensive night that they've had. Maynard left open. She'll head to the rim, get fouled here. Coach, this Copper Hills team, you obviously coach at the same school. How do you feel like this Copper Hills team is done dealing with some of the pressure being a preseason pick in 6A, being the top overall seed? I think a lot of people thought this is the best roster in 6A. How do you feel like they've managed and handled that this year?
You know, I think they've done a pretty good job. Coach Timpson has been talking about it all year, and they lost a couple games in the preseason, right, to some number one teams in some of the other classifications. And I think he did a good job of kind of bringing them back and getting them refocused on what was important.
Yeah, I mean, we covered every Copper Hills game this year. Lost on the road at Grantsville, had a shot in that one to tie it at the horn. Just missed it, and lost to Ridgeline. And then they went out of state, had some tournament losses, came back, and team really kind of sailed. It had stubbed their toe against Riverton, lost to the Silver Wolves in region play. That was their only region loss, but other than that Riverton game, this has lived up to top team in 6A, and losing to Grantsville and losing to Ridgeline, no one's going to gawk at that. Those two teams have been the best two teams in the state all year long.
Right. That loss at Riverton may have kind of galvanized them as a team, though, and refocused them. Sometimes when things are rolling, sometimes you need something to wake your team up and say, hey,
you still got to work
together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Since that Riverton loss, they've won 4 straight, including that region championship game over Mountain Ridge. Is Aspen Frazier again. I don't know what she had for her late lunch, early dinner, but cooked that up again on Wednesday.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't change a thing.
She's got 17 by my count.
Yeah, Mountain Ridge is only outscoring her by 5.
Yeah. And she has a board there. The Copper Hills had great basketball, both boys and girls, for so many years. I know there's a lot of work still to be done for this girls team as Frazier gets a well-earned break here. But boy, how big would it be for this team to win a state championship for the school? It's been so close so many times. It's been a while.
It's been a long time, and I think it would be great for the school. I'd be very happy for the girls if they were able to pull that off this year. They were so close last year, and then Lone Peak played so well against them in that championship game. Be nice to see their hard work get rewarded.
Bush on the baseline, and that one denied. Lombardi gives over to Montgomery, and she's fouled. So free throws here for Kaylee Montgomery.
Coach Timpson down there wants to know why it's a foul on this end, and when Bush drove on the other end, it wasn't a foul.
I think officials get asked that question a lot.
It's probably the coach's biggest complaint is it consistent on both ends, and it's hard to be consistent. I mean, something you got different guys rotating in different spots. So one referee will call a certain level of contact, and another one will call a different level of contact.
And officials try to have a similar approach so that the three are all kind of united in how they approach that game and calls they make. But to that point, they still have the angles and perspectives from which they're viewing the game. And it's a trained profession. But sometimes they don't see things either.
Well, the game moves pretty fast.
It does.
I mean, it's hard to see everything. And our officials do a great job.
Maynard works back here to Montgomery. She'll go off the window. No. Offensive board. A rare one for Mountain Ridge, and how about Maynard throws it up and scores, and a chance here for a tap bank and one.
Foul number 13, Taylor Marston.
These were the kind of finishes that, boy, Mountain Ridge just wasn't able to get for the first 3+ quarters.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they've had those opportunities. They just haven't been able to get the ball to go through the hoop.
Mountain Ridge here with some pressure still. Not out of the question, but a lot has to go right for the Sentinels. Barker, nice spin move.
Yeah, she set that up nicely. Got to the spot she wanted to get to.
That's the Skyler the teams have had to deal with all year. And how about that scoop shot by Kaya Newton? And timeout. Going to be taken here by Copper Hills. 3:23 to go. Timeout, Grizz.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Capture card.
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Barker. Been in for Frazier and a foul called down on Keel.
Number 11, Karen Kell, her first.
13 foul on Mountain Ridge. Copper Hills also with the 3. And Barker fouled, and just like that, that'll be the 14th foul, but Barker on the shot will have a pair of free throws for Copper Hills.
Nice play design for Coach Timpson, but really just a great play by Skyley to kind of get the angle on her defender and get to the rim.
Talk about Skyley, 88% from the line, missed them both.
Dad was not happy when that second one missed.
I didn't look at his reaction, but
Just kind of hit his hands together in disgust.
well, you think, 88% on the year that you're at least going to hit one.
Yeah.
You think most likely two, right? Rare occasion there for Skyley.
I'm sure Jim expects her to make every one.
I'm sure he does.
I've been in that situation. I expected my boys to make every single one, and when they missed one, I wasn't happy.
What was the worst thing you made your boys do after missing free throws?
Nothing that I can actually admit to
Oh, okay.
on a broadcast.
Well, I was hoping like cook breakfast or something like that, but
No, I think I threatened to make him walk home from his school. I didn't actually make him walk home. But
well, that's
probably
kind of
told him.
you.
I think I said you should have to walk home.
Now, in fairness, it's probably one of those warm Salt Lake winter nights.
Of course, yeah.
yeah. A push here. Called on Keel, and that'll be the 15th foul. So free throws the rest of the way here for Copper Hills.
15 foul at the line to 2.
Mountain Ridge is running out of time. They've got to make up some ground quickly in the next minute.
There you go.
From Mountain Ridge, number 3, Jada Jarrard, and 22, Sadie Benson.
Barker makes them both that time. Maynard, that shot. Couldn't get it on the rim. Here's Ledger. Got that step, help coming over, and a foul called inside. It'll be Fusi Ledger now with a trip to the free throw line.
Good aggressive move. I thought she was there to take a charge, but her hands came down, and she keeps her hands up. It's probably a charge.
Montgomery here fouling out. Two here for Ledger. How about a rare bounce in? We've seen a lot of bounce outs, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of bounce ins. Ledger taking care of that, and the second. Stolen by Barker. And that's what she's done all year.
Just a smart player. Knows she can steal one right there. That's probably the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Yeah, back to an 18-point lead here. Ledger here called for the foul. 14 foul on Copper Hills.
If I'm Coach Timpson, I'm starting to think about emptying my bench.
Yeah, it's you've got a one-day break, but they'll be playing during the day Wednesday, so it's really more like 36 hours.
Well, you can't take a chance. You're the number one team.
Right.
You have high expectations. You can't take a chance on somebody turning an ankle or
I mean, we saw it in
something weird happen.
the Davis game, right? And that game was still competitive at that point, but Edewati turned an ankle, didn't look great. She did not return in that game, and Davis needs her, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that you're staying healthy, and you just never know, especially in this game, you see so many just fluke things.
Yeah, a minute 25 left. I mean, it's over.
Yeah. First free throw up and good here for Simon.
Now, Coach Timpson's a friend of mine. He'll probably be yelling at me about that comment later.
I'll text him and be like, hey, look, Brian was pretty hard on you, but, you know, just give him some slack. How often do you guys talk ball?
Once or twice a week, probably. It's harder during the season because we both play on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And we're often practicing at the same time in opposite gyms, but he's a great supporter of our program, and we try to support their program the best we can as well.
Been great basketball on both the boys and girls side of Copper Hills for years. Talking about how many times they've been on the doorstep. This may be the group to break through, though, as a foul called here underneath. Have the chance to match up again against another region opponent. Potentially, should Bingham win our next semi, they swept Bingham this year. Or they would take on the Fremont Silverwolves, who they have not played yet this season. Fremont has been great under Coach De La Bow again. She does a great job year in, year out. Another really good year for Mountain Ridge, though. Finish tied for second is an over and back violation there. That'll turn off the shot clock with 30 to play, but 7-3 in region, tied with Bingham for second.
Yeah, with a lot of young players.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yep.
They've got a very bright future at Mountain Ridge.
You look next year in 6A, you could make an argument this team should be, speaking of Mountain Ridge, top 3, top 4. I mean, I'm just thinking like a lot of their contributors are experienced, multi-year starters, and gonna be back again next year. And that one given up. Copper Hills here content to just dribble this out.
Good decision by Johnson. She had a layup.
Well, taken away there, and a foul given. No give up here in the Sentinels. So Jangard here to the free throw line.
band is half of Mountain Ridge's student section.
It is. Yeah, it is.
And they're getting their steps in, running up to play the song and then back down to
They are. They are engaged, not just with the instruments, but here in the stadium as well, as free throws missed and Fraser with the board. So Copper Hills advancing here in the 6A state tournament past Mountain Ridge, 46-32. Aspen Fraser with a big ball game for the Grizz. Unofficially 17 points to lead the way. Coach, your final thoughts.
You know, I thought Mountain Ridge had chances early. They just weren't able to convert. And Copper Hills did what you're supposed to do as a number 1 seed. You come in, you take a few punches, but then you start punching back, right? And they pretty much controlled it the whole second half. They just kind of extended their lead each quarter and did what they had to do. They're going to be a tough out the rest of the tournament.
Sometimes you have to have those ugly games to fight through on your quest to a championship. It may not have been the prettiest game all year, but Copper Hills found a way. Their defense was fantastic, converted enough offensively, had great support scoring as the Grizzlies advance to the semifinal. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Awesome to have you.
Oh, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. I enjoy it.
It's a pleasure. Congratulations, Copper Hills, moving on to the 6A semis.